Hello guys, welcome back. So I streamed yesterday. That's the reason I didn't make a video. Making a video today. So I wanted honestly I wanted to do more of a I wanted to do something else. Kinda wanted to play a game or something, but this came up in the VTuber community and I know I'm not huge or anything, but I wanted to make a video on it because I don't know Ironmouse personally or anything, but I know about the situation somewhat from what I've heard from her video and, seeing some stuff from her other friends, her VTuber friends and whatnot, talking about it. Please go support her. Please go donate to her charity. And it's down here in the description on this guy's video. Please go donate to that. The only reason I'm not doing Ironmouse's video is because I've seen that, and I mean I'll for sure put it up and talk about it directly if y'all want me to, or if Ironmouse wants me to. I don't see her messaging me on anything or whatnot, but because I'm so small as it is, um, and I'm brand new, so I don't think I'd be in anyone's, sphere or anything for people to see. But before I start this video, like I said, please go support Ironmouse and help her out. She really needs support right now and help. She can't speak or tell the entire situation. Her legal, team and stuff is keeping her from saying everything, at least until the whole situation's over with, then she can completely put it out. But like I said, just go support her. Also, my video I'm watching today is from Rev Says Dezu. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. I know this guy's kind of popular. Um, so yeah, make sure to go, support him as well. But just go help Iron Mouse out. Anyways, let's get started.
Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. Sorry for the lack of an active VTuber model for this video. I'm currently traveling and using my laptop that runs like a potato. And of course, as I'm traveling, the biggest VTuber news of the year has to drop, but the show must go on. So today we're talking about Vshojo, one of the biggest VTuber agencies in the world, especially in their
I just want to say I don't know anything about Vshojo or any like VTuber corporations. Most likely because I'm so small. So I don't know. I don't know much about them. So far as what I've heard, a lot of them seem bad. I've heard bad news about one other one that I can think of. I don't know their name. I just kind of know their logo, where it's like a dark blue. But I think it, if I remember the thing correctly, it looks like a dark blue Pac-Man with rainbows coming out of the mouth. Um, no, yeah,
English speaking branch, which has some of the biggest English talents in the entire scene. But right now, a lot of people are making the very logical claim that Vshojo's English branch just imploded over the past 24 hours.
I
And for an
bet.
agency whose entire moniker is talent freedom, well, it
After what
appears
I've
that
heard
that also
about
meant
what's
freedom
going on with
from
Iron
your revenue
Mouse,
sources, including revenue that you generated for charity. Now, over the past couple of months, it's
mm,
been very rocky for Vshojo. They've had some of their biggest English-speaking talents suddenly leave, including people like Matarakan, who back in April said this: Vshojo made the decision to part ways with me, which I always found that language to be very interesting, right?
really.
It's not exactly a very neutral language. It sounds like things didn't end very well. And around that time, multiple other large English talents left the agency, and there's not that many English talents in their agency. So people like me were saying, hey, all these sudden uh, leavings of the agency, that kind of doesn't seem right. Like something must be going on. And I was called a doomsayer and was being told I was being dramatic about
Mm,
it. And you know what? In a way, I did fall short. I didn't predict just how
how
bad
bad it
things
was.
are. And unless you've been living under a rock or you haven't been on social media over the past 24 hours, the big news is that Ironmouse has left Vshojo, which she was
Yep.
clearly one of the biggest.
Now, my question is, I don't know much about the corporation and like the big corpo VTuber things and whatnot. Does this mean that Iron Mouse cannot use her VTuber model anymore? Like, does she have to, in a way, completely start over, or is that hers? Does she get to keep that? Because from reading this, it just looks like, to my community, I love you all dearly and thank you, broken heart emoji. Does that mean she's having to start over? Like, or is she leaving VTubing? I don't think she would leave VTubing. VTubing just seems like a lot. VTubing seems like it means a lot to her, but and she has a lot of VTubing friends that's very supportive and would definitely be willing to help her out, I'm sure, in some way or fashion. So just let me know down in the comments.
Not just VTubers in the entire scene, but one of the biggest streamers in the world. And she was really kind of the heart and soul of Vshojo. She doesn't really need much of an introduction. I'm sure you've heard of her. At one point
Yeah,
last year
Iron
during
Man
a
Mouse is
subathon,
crazy
she
popular.
raised an immense amount of money, not just getting subs to the point of being at that time, the most subscribed to Twitch streamer of all time, but also raising infinite money for her charity of choice, which is the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is something that is personally
Maybe
valuable to her
he'll
because
say it.
she
Yeah.
has an immune disease
Yep.
like that covered by that charity.
And he's probably gonna say it. I'm pretty sure, but from what I heard from Iron Mouse's video, um, Vshojo basically took money from her. Um, why can't I think right now? The charity. They were supposed to give so much to charity because with her being part of Vshojo, her stuff goes to Vshojo, and Vshojo pays her in a way. Um, and they were supposed to give, what was it? It was a couple. I think it was like a couple hundred grand. I can't remember. I think it was something like a 200 grand or something like that. Was supposed to go to the charity for this immune deficiency disease and stuff, which Iron Mouse has. That's the reason why Iron Mouse supports it. She's very kind-hearted and whatnot, from what I've seen and what I know about her. And this is just really sad. It really is. I'm a very emotional guy, and I'm tearing up right now. I won't lie. It's very heartbreaking that people would do this. Um, I don't even know Iron Mouse personally, but this is very, very. Yeah, I don't even know, like, evil, very greedy, very immoral. Um, and so yeah, no, this is bad. This is this is this is heartless.
And in her explanation of why she left Vshojo, she made it very clear that there was a lot wrong going on with this agency. I'm just going to play like the first minutes of her video because it really just sums up everything you really need to know, that these talents, including Iron Mouse, have been financially screwed over by Vshojo.
Hmm.
But worse yet, the charity of choice, in this case the Immune Deficiency Foundation, was screwed over by Vshojo, who did not bring over funds raised in charity events made by Iron Mouse.
I am leaving
Oh,
Vshojo.
oh, here's her
Unfortunately,
video.
I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by Vshojo. With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from Vshojo. I know that this is a lot, and it's very important for me to be honest with all of you. I really want to tell you everything, but unfortunately, right now, I have been instructed by my attorney to wait for more of the legal procedure to unfold. So one day, I will be able to tell you the full story.
You know what? Obviously, it's
Let me check something. Okay, I just had to double check something. Um, let's see.
bad enough they're screwing over talents like Ironmouse, right? Someone who's clearly very loyal and, in
Yep,
many regards, doing them a favor by sticking around with this organization for so long. But it gets even worse when you know this charity she works with is so personally valuable to her
and they're
on so many
screwing
levels.
them over
And
too.
you screw them over
Yeah,
basically in her name. She raises these funds and they never make their way to the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
yeah, and it's
And
right
this
up
is
under
such
there.
a
That's
black and white thing when you really think about it, because she was trusting them to make these payments in one way to protect her anonymity, to have this kind of mediary between who's paying her and how she's receiving it. And this was a really bad situation because it's simple. She gets paid from Twitch, you get paid once a month. They would have the funds the month after that subathon.
yep.
And it would be just as easy as that, collecting it, giving it over to the charity. And they didn't do that. And here we are a year later. They still haven't done that. And we'll talk more about this, but I think it's very obvious that Vshojo is going under. And that's not just on the English side, it's on the Japanese speaking side. And they're strapped for cash. And I don't know where it's going. I don't know what they do that's so grandiose that would cost so much money that they have to literally take these charity funds to pay their own employees and their own organization first. It's just really, really bad. And the fallout from this has been cataclysmic for
I
Vshojo.
don't
Now
know
you can
if
see people
Vshojo
like
is going to hang
CWA
on
who
with all
helped
the people
raise
leaving.
a lot of money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. He said, well, Vshojo better get cycling and start raising some money.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah.
might. They pretty much have to cycle across the world 10 times to have a chance at making up for what they did here. It's not very good. Now, of course, in her video, she also promoted a direct link to the Immune Deficiency
Yep.
Foundation, and they've raised over $100,000 since she released her video, and I'm sure it's much higher than that by the time you're seeing this video. I'll put a link to it in the description if you want to check it out and help out with this
And
Tiltify
I'll do the
campaign
same.
here.
There's going
But
to be a link in mine
yeah,
as well.
Vshojo, they look horrible. To even the most forgiving eyes here, they don't look good right now, based on just the things I've told you. But of course, things have continued to get worse. So, multiple artists have come out and said, hey, I guess this is the time to share. I've been unpaid for many different things. And I'm not surprised. If they're not paying people like Ironmouse or charities, yeah, I doubt they were paying kind
And I just want to say stuff like this, people are scared to um speak up usually when stuff happens. For example, hey, I guess it's time to speak up, you know, have $1,000 of unpaid work from them too. It, you don't realize how much a company's really doing until one like massive crack happens, there's a whole bunch of small cracks. But then whenever something really big happens, something so terrible, like what was going on with Ironmouse, that it's just gonna all crumble. It's gonna all give way because once one of them, once one big thing happens, those little cracks all over the theoretical or whatnot dam is just gonna burst. It's gonna give way, and that's what's happening. And I say good on them. You know, in a way, they're supporting Mouse in terms of helping the uh with the legal proceedings. Well, in a like offshoot way. It's not. I don't know if they're actually in that or whatnot, right? But this is a lot of stuff happening all at once, and if anything, this proves the stuff that's happening more so than anything else. This gives a very light, like shining light in a dark area instead of just little beams of light. It's blown wide open. I'm terrible at explaining, but hopefully you understand what I mean.
Of like independent contractors, these third party artists who are typically going to feel pretty intimidated
Yep.
to speak out
Yeah,
against
it's
Vshojo
exactly what
because
I mean.
they might get dogpiled and they might, well, if they spoke out, they would lose work with the company probably forever. I mean, that's
Yep.
just obvious, right? But yeah, it gets worse. The artists are one thing, but the talents, that's even worse. And at this point, it seems like, as far as I can tell, virtually every single English speaking member of Vshojo has dropped Vshojo from their name, all the way from Henya to Haruka to Fruit, Keisan, Michi, Amelie. It goes on and on, right? This is, quite frankly, the end of the English branch. I don't think there's anything really to save here at this point. I don't think that's doomsaying. They seem very motivated together. A lot of the people on this list have spoken out about this and shown their supports for Ironmouse, and also shared their disappointment with Vshojo. In fact, people have gone beyond that. Keisan, I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with her. She has, like, right as I'm recording this morning, came out with a live stream where she
Oh,
shared a lot of horrible details, and some of it's still being fleshed out because there's a
who's
portion of it that's in Japanese. But
so not
she is
so
someone
true.
who shared that she has not been paid in almost 2 years from the company.
So
That
this
is
is one of the ones I
unbelievable,
don't know.
especially for someone like Keisan, who's a hybrid in sort of the way she does her entertainment. She speaks both Japanese and English. She's a very
Oh, she's
valuable member of the
bilingual.
company, just like Ironmouse. And she also hasn't been paid an extended period of time. That is really hard to swallow. On top of that, she brought in one of the officials from the Japanese side and was talking with
Mm.
him. This is, again, this part that's being worked through in the translations. But it seems like the company is going bankrupt. And that's what's going on here. They can't pay
Oh,
anyone beyond their core staff. Like it's falling apart right in front of everyone's faces. And Legal Mindset's been talking about this, and I'm sure he's gonna have a field day with this because it's gonna be a very big hot topic for a while, especially legally.
let's see.
And he's saying another note from
Yeah,
Keisan's
okay.
stream regarding staff being paid first. They had to pay the staff due to clear labor law violations if they didn't pay full-time staff. They are banking on the ambiguity of the shoujo talents as independent contractors to shift them out of payment.
So what I'm hearing, and let me know down in the comments below if I'm wrong. They're going bankrupt, and their way of fixing it was to steal money from their VTubers, their talents, pay everyone else except for their talents with the money that their talents earned, and then barely give them anything of what they actually earned, and hope that it wasn't gonna blow back in their face. At most, it didn't blow back in their face as fast as it would have. They increased the fuse, but at the end of the day, I think it made a bigger explosion. And what they were doing wasn't good by no means. And either way, it wouldn't have been good. They I'm sure there was a way to do this, even if it hurt their reputation. I'm sure there was a better way than what they did.
And actually, Shy Lily is someone who shared that she was approached by Vshojo, and she was reading through the contract and said, "No thanks,"
Yeah.
because the way it was structured was basically leaving all the power to Vshojo.
I'm sorry, pausing so much. That's why I wanted to also say, now that he brought it up, I've heard that whenever you actually look into the paperwork that you sign, whenever signing to work for them and whatnot, there's like a lot of red flags or a lot of holes in that paper if you're really looking for it. And I feel like that if for me, I probably missed some stuff personally. I'm not good with words. Like I speak obviously English and whatnot, but I have dyslexia, and whenever I read some stuff, it just don't connect like it probably should a lot of times, or depending on what words they use, maybe I don't know that word too well. So I feel like that can really get people, and a lot of I think some companies use that or in some way to try to, you know, get past um the legal or law, of what needs to be explained and stuff. But I'm not saying Vshojo did that, but I'm just saying Vshojo and whatnot, from what I've heard, had a lot of red flags in their stuff as well as holes and whatnot. So yeah,
And leaving the talents in a very vulnerable spot, especially if things go wrong. And that's
yeah,
exactly what's going on here. Things are going very, very wrong. This has been an absolute disaster. The Japanese side is another thing, but they're admitting pretty much that they're bankrupt as well. And how do you survive this? I don't think there's any way, right? If they're already in the red and they just lost their biggest star with Ironmouse, and now they're losing the entire English branch, which is very strong, by the way.
hmm
We talk about like Niji Sanji, where like the English speaking branch is
it's a
almost a
lot.
liability at times because they only make up a tiny fraction of the overall revenue compared to the Japanese side. But no, Vshojo has a very strong English speaking side, and it's a shame. This is really a big shame. And yeah, I think it's safe to say we're going to see another round of indie VTubers returning back to their
Mm-mm.
previous accounts. And with Vshojo, they can take their IP with them, which is probably the only good thing left at this point. But whether or not they want to stick with those IPs that are connected with
Yep.
Vshojo or create a new IP, we'll just have to wait and see. But for now, that's going to do it for the situation. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of follow up to this. So if there is, and pretty much when there is, I will be covering that. But again, my apologies. I happen to be on the road the one day this happens, and I'm working with a well, no Wi-Fi actually. I'm working with a
Oh
hotspot that
man,
gets about 1 megabyte per minute.
that
That's
is
been fun.
crazy.
But
I wonder how
yeah, the
long it
show
took
must
to
go
upload
on
the
as
video.
always. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey, what's up, guys?
Okay, so I'm not gonna, you know, do much with this video because this is very important. I don't plan on adding my little effect thing at the beginning with the gray out thing. It's just gonna be straight up what it is. Um, I want to state now, and I should have done it. I think I should have done it at the beginning, but I didn't think about it until the end. This is all for Mouse, and the stuff that's happening and whatnot. Please, go support her. This is not for anything for dealing with me. Honestly, what I'm the only reason I'm covering this, and I'm not very huge, and I'm not big at all by no means. I'm still a little toddler VTuber. Just trying to get this out there more, spread it more. The more that something is put down, the more widespread it can become, the easier it is for people to see it. So that's what this is. That's what I'm doing. And I apologize. I know this ain't very like entertaining, but I just think this is very important. That this needs to be, this needs to be put out there. I think this is very important thing that needs to be put out. But yeah, I'm gonna try live streaming tomorrow a little bit again. I might try to do it on YouTube this time. It just depends. I don't really know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, again, please go support Mouse's charity, and well, it's not her charity, but go support it. It's the one that she supports, and the one that helps her out and helps a lot of people out with their immune disease. Please go help them out. Go help Mouse out. I appreciate you for watching, and everyone take care.